Imagine, Socrates says, a subterranean cave, its entrance open to the light. Inside, from childhood, prisoners have been chained. They sit in a row, their legs and necks so bound that they cannot move. They cannot turn their heads, nor see anyone beside them, nor look behind them. They can only stare straight ahead at the wall before them. Behind them, higher up, a fire burns. Between the fire and the prisoners there runs a raised path, like the stage of a puppet theater. Along this path men carry all sorts of objects. Statues of men and animals, carved in stone and wood, and they speak to one another as they pass. The prisoners see nothing of the fire, nor of the carriers, nor of the objects themselves. They see only the shadows cast onto the wall before them, and they hear only the echoes of the carriers' voices. For them, the shadows are reality. When one shadow passes and another follows, they give them names. They compete with one another to predict which shadow will come next, and they honor as wisest among them the one who can foretell the sequence. These prisoners are us. The cave is the world of sight, the world we take for reality. Now suppose, Socrates continues, that one of them is freed. He is unbound, forced to stand, forced to turn his neck, forced to look toward the fire. The light stings his eyes. He cannot make out the objects whose shadows he knew so well. The fire itself is almost unbearable. He wants to turn back to the wall, where everything was familiar and clear. If someone tells him that what he sees now is more real than the shadows he had always watched, he does not believe it. He thinks the shadows are truer. But he is then dragged up the rough, steep ascent out of the cave. It is painful. He is pulled by force, against his will, through the jagged terrain toward the light above. As he emerges, he is blinded. He cannot look directly at the sun. First, he can only see shadows cast by the sun, then reflections in water, then the things themselves, trees, animals, stars at night. Finally, after a long time, he is able to look upon the sun itself. He sees it not as a reflection, but in its own place. He understands that the sun is the source of all seasons and years, the cause of everything he had once seen in the cave. Now he is grateful for the journey. He pities those still chained below. But now, Socrates says, imagine that this freed man, remembering his former companions, descends back into the cave. He returns to the darkness. His eyes, accustomed to the sun, are now useless in the gloom. While he adjusts, he tries to tell the others what he has seen. He says the shadows are not real, that there is a world above, that if they would only let him lead them out, they too could see the truth. The prisoners laugh at him. They say he has been corrupted, that his eyes have been ruined. They prefer their own world of shadows. And if they could, they would kill anyone who tried to drag them up. Socrates interprets the allegory for glaucon. The cave is the world we perceive through our senses, the realm of opinion and illusion. The ascent out of the cave is the journey of the soul toward the intelligible realm, toward truth and knowledge. Education is not putting sight into blind eyes. It is turning the whole soul from the world of becoming to the world of being. A turning, a pedagogy, so that the soul can bear to look upon the brightest reality, which we call the form of the good. The good is to the intelligible world what the sun is to the visible world. It is the source of truth, reality, and the power to know.